Hi, this is Sean D'Souza, and you're listening to the 3-Month Vacation Podcast. This podcast isn't some magic trick about how to work less. Instead, it's about how to really enjoy the work that you do and to enjoy your vacation time. Yes, it's me, Sean, and you're listening to the 3-Month Vacation. One of the first jobs I did in university was draw a cartoon for a magazine. So there's this magazine, Eve's Weekly, and someone said, hey, you should draw for magazines, and why don't you go and meet the editor? So I went across, and there was Amy, and Amy took a look at some of my work, and she said, we'll give you an article, and you do an illustration, and then we'll see whether it's suitable for the magazine. And so that's what I did. I did a project. The question to ask at this point in time is, did I start a business at that specific moment? And this is a very important question because we often think of business as a whole bunch of things that we have to do. But what is business in reality? It is just a project. The moment Amy gave me that work, the moment I did that work, I was in business, literally in business. Which is to say that business is just a project, which then leads to a second project, which probably goes to 3 projects, 4 projects, whatever it is. But no matter how you look at it, a business is just a bunch of projects. And if you're trying to make that transition from your corporate job or whatever consulting you're doing right now, and then going, I want to go into business, you're doing exactly, or at least not exactly, but something similar to what you do in your job. Your job is not a business, it is a bunch of projects. When you go out into entrepreneurship, it's also a bunch of projects. Sure, you need different skills. If you were transferred to another department and you had to learn something or a different country, you would have to do that. That was part of the skill building. When you get into the real world, you start up a project and then you go to a second project and a third project. And it's no different, theoretically at least, than working for somebody else. Now you have to do all the stuff yourself. You have to get the business yourself. You have to find clients. Yes, that's different. But think of it this way. If you think of it as a project, then it kind of releases you from that stress that you feel all the time. And if you look at all the examples around you, maybe you look at Apple computers, what did Wozniak and Jobs do? All they did was start up a project. They started building little computers, which they sold to someone, which they then sold to a store. That was it. It was a project. The project got bigger over time. They got more funding, but it's a project. If you look at Michel Thomas, and he taught languages, what did he do? He started out teaching actors and actresses how to speak in multiple languages, and it was a project. One project led to another, which led to another, and eventually it became a bunch of CDs and, recorded stuff, but they were all projects. And this is a really short podcast, and we'll put another one so that if you're walking, you can go to the next one. But just so you know, don't start up a business, start up a project, and you've got a business going. And that brings us to the end of this podcast, and here we are, 2021. There are just 2 things that are circling January and February, and that is the Info Products course on the 23rd of January, and then on the 27th of Feb, we have the Sales Page course or the Copywriting course, and it's the same thing, of course. So mark those dates, 23rd of Jan, and then the second last day of Feb, that's the 27th of Feb. For the info products course, you have to be on the waiting list, so you have to go to psychotactics.com/info goodies and go there, and you'll find all the details that you need, including a whole bunch of goodies that you'll get as soon as you sign up for the waiting list. And if you'd like to know more about the sales page course, read all the information and get yourself ready for it, and to get on the waiting list, you have to go to psychotactics.com/X sales page. That's X, the letter X, sales page. And that's pretty much it. We'll see you in 5000 BC.